Today, we are going to start our first session on machine learning. So, the first question is from where should we start? Now, I will tell you one point, that is, while doing machine learning, it is very important to understand the data set on which we are going to work. Means the characteristics of the data set will decide what task we are going to do, because in machine learning we have several types of tasks like classification, regression, sometimes predictions and forecasting. So first I will tell you what are the authentic data resource available on which we can perform this kind of tasks. See, there is one repository which is known as UCI Machine Learning Repository. So this is the most important and freely available repository from which you can get enormous numbers of data set. And today I will fetch one of the data set from this repository so that we could perform our further machine learning dependent tasks or machine learning associated tasks. So here, just in the right side of the screen, we have some data set which is known as Irish data set. So if you click on any of the data set in the UCI machine learning, what you will get two files. That is, first one is the data folder and second one is the data set description. So first I will tell you what are these two. So whenever you are going to search on particular data, first you have to understand what is this data is all about. So here there is a flower given. So I will tell you what is this data is all about. But before that, we have to understand this given chart, because this chart is available for each and every data set in UCI machine learning repository. The first thing which is given here is known as characteristics, and here it is multivariate in nature. So in today's session, first I will tell you what is the actual meaning or interpretation of this multivariate characteristics of dataset. Then you will find attribute characteristics, and here it is written that real. So the next thing is we have to also understand what do you mean by attributes in the dataset. And see, in the third point, it is written that it is classification. Classification is the associated task. So here my point is, whenever you are opening any data set from UCI machine learning, first you have to look at this portion. That is, by using this data set, what kind of activity you can perform. So by using this data set, you can perform classification. So what is classification? I will tell you. Now we have two more information, that is number of instances which is 150 and number of attributes which are 4. We have to understand these two meaning, instances and attributes. And here it is given that missing values no, means there is no missing value in the data set. And then all this information which are given, these are the source of the data set. So what is the meaning of this chart? We have to understand. So for better understanding, I'm just giving you one simple definition. We know that our machine learning repository, that is UCI machine learning repository, is working on different data set. And here today we are working on Irish data set. So first we have to understand what is the content of this data set. So basically, this data set contains three specific types of Irish flowers. The first category is known as Irish versicolor. The second category is known as Iris setosa, and the third category is known as Iris virginica. So here my point is, the entire data set is having three specific classes of data set. Classes means the species or the varieties. Now we have to understand one more point, how the data set will look like. So look at this. This is how your dataset will look like. In this dataset, see, you have some rows and you have some columns. So now the first point you have to understand, the columns are mainly known as features, and here the row, these are known as samples. So here the first point that we have to understand, any data set will have two parts, features and samples. But additionally, when we have classification task means that here we have three classes of flower. So here our task is to find out which category exists in some unknown data set. So here we are actually going to find some new values of a specific class of flower. So it's a classification tasks. So whenever classification task we are going to perform, then there will be one extra column associated with the data set, which is known as class level. So in this case, our class level is known as variety or species. So in this column, the last column will contain the name of the or the type of the variety of the flower. Now here the question is, but I have explained that columns are known as feature. So class level, is it a feature? No. Class level is something which defines your data. But what is this feature? So in case of column, except class level, whatever columns we have, these are known as features. Now the question is why? Because these features are basically explaining the property of the flower. For an example, say the first class level is setosa. Say one person is picking one flower as setosa. Now, this four column is containing the definition or characteristics of setosa. What is this definition? See here. So here it is known as sepal length, and this is known as sepal width. So this sepal length and sepal width is noted over here. And then we have petal length and petal width. It is also noted here. So basically whenever we are defining one particular flower of one specific variety, we have to define its four features: sepal length, sepal width, petal length, petal width. But here the point is, not all setosa type will have the same kinds of sepal length, sepal width, petal length and petal width. So in this case, in this data set, we have so many collection of setosa type of flower. So basically, we are collecting one by one setosa category and we are tracking all the sepal length, sepal width, petal length and petal width. So here we are tracking information about setosa. Then the same thing is repeated. We picked up the versicolor category one by one and we have tracked in the data set about their properties. Similarly, we will track the Virginica. So whichever column is used to define the properties of the class level, these are known as feature. So here my point is, in IDH data set, we have four features and the last one is the class level. Now we have to talk about the dimension of the data set. So whenever I was reading about the dimension of the data set, it was written as that the Irish flower data set consists of 50 samples from each of the three species and total 150 samples are there. So what is the meaning of this two information? So 50 samples of each category means here they have collected 50 different setosa categories and put them in the data set. So basically 50 samples, means like this, here we have 2 setosa, so we have another 48 setosa flower information. So basically 50 sample information for each category, they are stored in the data set. And why 150 samples? Because we have 3 categories, so total we have 150 samples in the data set. So in one word, whenever the sample information is given, you will find that how many rows are there in the data set. So this is the very simple thing you have to understand. So whenever you are going to UCI machine learning repository, and whenever you are going to find any particular data set, the first thing you have to realize that what is this data set is all about, and what are the number of rows, that is samples, and what are the number of features we have, and what are the class levels. So here we have 3 class levels. So this is the first information that you have to gather. And then it is clearly written in the data set that there is no missing value, means all of the information are there in the data set. There is no missing value in the data set. So this data set is perfect for beginners to start their machine learning activity. But why I am telling that this data set is perfect for machine learning beginners? See, the reason is, if your data set is containing missing values, then there is a problem that we have to use some specific methods or algorithms so that we could eliminate the missing values. So we will learn these techniques slowly when we complete this training session. But from the time being, I'm using this data set because this data set has no missing value. This is the first point. Second point, there is another problem. Now, please make a note over here. I was talking about that we have 50 samples each. Means we have equal number of samples for each and every category. But sometimes in maximum data sets, what happen, whichever samples we are collecting, they are not equal. Means, say for an example, say we have 20 samples for Setosa, and say we have 80 samples for other categories, other say Virginica or versicolor categories, and rest of the types are out of 150, say the versicolor category. So whenever you have huge difference between the collected samples into different categories, then it is known as unbalanced data set. So these unbalanced data sets are very difficult to deal with. So here the point is, in this training session, we will learn that how to deal with medical data set like cancer data set, liver cirrhosis data set. So the first point you have to remember, whenever we are dealing with unbalanced data set, and it is only possible that whenever we are dealing with medical data set, data sets are prone to unbalanced data set, because whichever samples they are collecting as a medical diagnosis, it is not possible in real life that all other attributes are present and we are collecting equal number of samples. It may happen some of the attributes are missing. So medical data is very prone to missing value, and they are of type unbalanced category. So this thing you have to remember. So these are the basic characteristics of the data set. And also you have to know that what is the objective here. So we are doing machine learning training. So we have our Irish data set. So what we will do? See, first thing is we have to understand our data set. But understanding data set does not imply that we have to understand the feature, class level and type that I was talking about. See, these informations are given. So you read those information. These are not the part of understanding. So here we have to understand in the context of data science and data visualization. Means we have to identify what are the detailed insight of this data set. And to fetch the detailed insight of the data set, we have to understand the data visualization concept, which is a part of data science. So here my point is, please make a note over here. Whenever a particular data set is given to you, in our case, we are collecting our data set from UCI machine learning repository. After collecting the data set, do not go for the task directly. That is, do not go for classification, do not go for regression, or do not go for prediction. Do one thing, try to visualize the data set and try to understand the underlying statistics of the data set. So these two parts are very, very important. After completing these two parts, then only you can move on to the third part, that is the associated task. And the last part of this machine learning is, after identifying the task or associated task with the data set, then you have to move on to the fourth part, which is known as accuracy measurement. Means whichever performance or whichever task you have performed by using some specific machine learning model, then how much accuracy you have achieved. So for finding accuracy, again we will use some specific techniques for that. So this is all about data set. So now here, using this data set, we are going to perform linear discrimination, which is also known as classification. Now why we are targeting classification, it is very, very important. Now try to visualize these three categories of the flower. See here, the look and feel of the setosa is completely different from other two category. So whatever information we have collected for setosa, they are completely different from other two. But what will happen in the real life, whenever we are dealing with versicolor and virginica, they look like exactly similar. So differentiating them from one another, it is very, very difficult task. So for that reason, we will use some machine learning model that will help us to classify this three category clearly. So after employing a machine learning model on this data set, we will try to find out the accuracy. Means we know that we have 50 samples of each category. So our machine learning model will be employed to find out which category belongs to which type. So then we will compare that how many categories they have identified correctly. So this is our main target. So that's why we will use some machine learning model over here. But in the consecutive classes, we will try to learn the basic mechanism, that is visualization and statistical analysis first. And then we will move on to the machine learning model.